Hey 4xE fans, let's talk about a recall. So it is December 12th when this video is being made, so the information contained here within is only as accurate as time will allow. But I just left my dealership and I can confirm that there is no fix for the ZB7 shutdown recall. There's different websites that say different things, and if you go into different, I don't know, it got confusing, and I even read some threads where people were getting their vehicles scheduled for this recall. So when it first came out, I called the dealership just to say, hey, can I schedule this, just to see what they would say. And the first time I called, they said there's no parts available, the recall can't be performed. Okay, whatever. So then I was reading a few threads and reading different things, and it seemed like maybe there was a solution already pushed to the dealership. So I called back, and the lady said, yeah, we'll get that in right away. You can bring it in Monday the 12th. So I took it in, and the place that does the scheduling for this dealership is not on site at the dealership. It's one of those big conglomerate, places that own a whole bunch of dealerships, and they do their scheduling in one central location. And I think the person just didn't read things correctly, didn't understand that this recall can't be done right now. But I was able to confirm with the service advisor that indeed there is no fix pushed to the dealerships right now. And so that's as of December 12th, like I said. If you call your dealership and ask them about it and they schedule you, the likelihood that they're going to be able to do anything is pretty slim to none at this point. But it just seemed like there's some confusion with the dealership, so I thought I would share that as of December 12th, you cannot get the shutdown recall addressed. And if you're unfamiliar with what goes on here with the shutdown, like a couple of months after the release of the 4xE, we started seeing posts in the 4xE fans group about people just driving along and the whole system just shutting down randomly. And sometimes on the highway, sometimes on surface streets. It doesn't seem to be related to speed or anything. It just seems to happen. And, what can create an issue, of course, if you're on the highway or you're going down a big mountain or whatever and the vehicle shuts down, you're going to lose power steering, you're going to lose power brakes, you're going to lose all that stuff. So if this happens to you, one of the things that I think everybody should be familiar with is your parking brake that's right here, next to the driver's seat. That will work regardless of whatever power has been lost in the vehicle. So if you find yourself in that situation, you will still have brakes. I mean, you'll still have the physical friction brakes. Now, I will say, having an experience where I lost my regen at one point, the vehicle feels very heavy without that P2 motor helping things out. So don't be afraid to smash that brake pedal hard, because you will have to push that harder than what you're used to if you lose power. And you do have that brake right there beside the seat that, you've got to get the vehicle stopped. If it shuts down, unless you're in a situation where you can limp it to an off-ramp and get it off the road, you don't want to be going too terribly far without any power. Now, I will say, this isn't a terribly widespread issue. I mean, it's got to be a 1-2% kind of thing. It's not a lot. I mean, I'm guessing those numbers. Don't anybody write that down as an official statement of what the numbers are, because I have no idea what they are. I'm just basing that off of the few that we have seen in the 4xE fans group. There's been some, don't get me wrong, but with over 60,000 of these on the road, even if you had 1%, it's going to seem like a lot. So it's not a tremendous number of these things that go on. But I will say it happens. In fact, my wife's CRV yesterday, that's a Honda, that has nothing to do with Jeep. We were driving along, and all of a sudden, the dash lit up, and it had all these different things going on. And she had another CRV before this that did that once, too. And I stopped at a stoplight. I mean, I still had operation. I still had power. The engine was still running. But it was some sort of communications thing with the ECM or something. Something went crazy. And, we got to a traffic light. I put it in park. I turned the vehicle off. I restarted it. All came back to normal. So communications errors are not unique to Jeeps in any way, shape, or form. They happen. But in this case, it does happen to shut down the vehicle. So know that that's what that is, and get familiar with your Jeep of where things are. You know, if you find yourself in that situation, you want to get it stopped. You've got the brake on the floor and you've got the brake beside the seat, both of which will work in any kind of power down scenario. So don't be afraid to use those. I will say though, if you've never used your parking brake as a way to stop the vehicle, you may want to make sure you push the button and hold that so you have control over the brake so it doesn't lock in that position. And I don't know if I probably want to see that, but if you're going to use this as your brake, you want to put your thumb on that button so you can maintain control over the brakes and not, have it lock in that position. And then, oh my gosh, you're going to panic and you want the brakes off a little bit or something. So that's what I'm talking about there. So thanks for watching. Be careful out there, everybody. This isn't, I don't think there have been any accidents yet. I haven't heard of any, but we definitely want to use caution with this issue that if you do lose power, don't panic and know how to get the thing under control and just get it stopped. So there you go. Thanks for watching.